The Wannabes were a pack of up-and-coming supers. We were given a list of cool names accompanied by powers. There was no indication of gender or size. It was just, this is their power, so design.
They share the fact that they have sort of been on their own. They felt like outcasts.
You just relate to them because to be in the room, you're boiling over.
Wow. Wow.
I think it's all those nerdy moments that we've all had in life.
Elastigirl.
You're aspiring to be something, you don't quite know how to do it, and when you look back, you're like, might not have been the coolest outfit, or maybe I came out a little strong there.
There you are. Hello. I didn't. Wow. Come on, get yourself together, Karen.
Void is one of the young supers who's been hidden. Who she is against the law. The group of supers that Void is a part of, they're all this little ragtag bunch who's trying to figure out where they belong.
I felt like an outcast before, but
She gets brought into the fold with other people like her. She fangirls, and Elastigirl is her hero.
we're too late.
Get me up to the jet!
She has a really powerful power, and to see her get the chance to use that power in service of Elastigirl is really exciting.
We did thousands of drawings. This board is just faces that have worked in the past and that they're not cast. Show them an art review, and one would get picked out of the hundreds of drawings we did. So when we needed Void, I was going through all those characters we'd already drawn that had strong shapes. She's athletic and angular because she's doing this thing where she has to think fast and be active.
She is actually able to open voids in space. Let's say you were holding a coffee cup. I would be able to create a little series of voids that the coffee cup can fit through, and it would come through space and land in my hand. I mean, it's kind of amazing.
What's going on?
Thinking about how that would actually work was a bit of a mind bender. Fortunately, we have lots of genius math and technical people who can understand, but it might as well be magic.
Make a shoot, make a shoot, make a shoot!
She's a real big fan of Elastigirl, so she had to seem young and kind of impressionable.
Hey, hi, it's me again.
I get so geeked out about playing her because I'm a bit of a science and space nerd as it is.
There's something I've always wanted to ask you. Yeah, how do you balance the superhero stuff with the life stuff?
To play this young super whose power kind of revolves around her being a woman in STEM. I'm like, yeah, we're perfect for each other.
I am called Brick.
Brick was just this big, giant, strong super. My first drawing tossed off was just a male version of Brick in this brick red leotard. But then I thought, well, I have brick red hair and I get angry a lot. The initial sketch was a little tiny thumbnail of myself, just kind of mild-mannered. And then Brick as I feel when I'm walking around the studio after like a review, or like if I get interrupted in a meeting. This woman who's massive with my like red hair kind of 50s swoop and my like nose. I didn't pitch it as myself. I just pitched it as a giant red-headed woman. Brick is actually sweet.
Nice to meet you, Brick. Where are you from?
Wisconsin.
Sweet until you make her angry, and then you will regret. You will regret.
I'm Screech. It's a pleasure. I've always considered you the gold standard for superheroes.
Well, thanks.
Screech, he's got the big leather wings, kind of owl-like, and then he's made costumes and contraptions to help. I've never quite figured out what his deal is.
Create a little more of a break that tells you where his feet are.
A huge part of our job is to incorporate a lot of storytelling and symbolism into our designs. What am I finding in my reference that says something deep about this character? But every once in a while, the director says, can we have a giant flying owl man? And you're like, yeah. Screech's superpower is he flies around and he goes, and I love the way that they can tilt their heads like this. So I was exploring a little bit of that kind of creepy.
Those are fantastic and funny. I'm wondering if there's any way to get a little bit of feathery sort of ornamentation around this thing.
Every single character Brad writes has Brad in them. Even Screech, when I pitched, I was like, oh yeah, I was looking at owls. Gave him these really manic eyes, but the truth is, I just kind of put Brad in there. I was like, if I just make him look really nuts, And that got an approval. I'm just like, it's because you're looking at yourself again. I just wanted him to feel creepy. That was the secret sauce. Because if you're out in the forest at night, and you hear an owl, and then they do that weird 360-degree head turn thing, that's enough.
But I love that his head rotates like that. The animators are going to go insane for that.
His name's Reflux.
Reflux is,
Reflux basically has an acid reflux problem of super proportions. He'll just spew molten lava against his opponents, projectile style.
We ended up calling him Reflux, but there was a large contingency, including myself, who wanted to call him GERD.
That's not the deal. Reflux disease.
I would lose this. There's right from here on, there's a sense of, if we ran one way, we're blocked, we're running another way.
I think from where Reflux spews the fire, move that all the way up to after they come down into the main room.
It's a really great start. It's going to be great. Yeah.
When Brad told me that he was gonna regurgitate lava, so I was like, I don't know, like that's just, I don't want to see that.
Feel free to go even a little larger and have it be like a full sack. So
The mouth is essentially a frog.
chicken waddle thing, or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's all,
Okay.
and then
It became less gross because it looked like it could actually happen with this guy's big mouth, and it gave him, again, more character.
A Reflux is the only super to have his logo on his belly.
I love the idea of a guy in his senior years, just now, you know, ready to show his stuff.
Name is Reflux. Medical condition or superpower? You decide.
Yeah, that's good.